HMS Leopard was a 50-gun Portland-class fourth-rate of the Royal Navy. She served during the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, and was notable for the actions of her captain in 1807, which were emblematic of the tensions that later erupted in the War of 1812 between Britain and America. She was wrecked in 1814. She was first ordered on October 16, 1775, named on November 13, 1775 and laid down at Portsmouth Dockyard in January 1776. She was reordered in May 1785, 10 years after having first been laid down, and construction began at Sheerness Dockyard on May 7, 1785. Work was at first overseen by Master Shipwright Martin Ware until December 1785, and after that, by John Nelson until March 1786, when William Rowell took over. She was launched from Sheerness on April 24, 1790, and was completed by May 26, 1790. She was commissioned for service in June that year under her first commander, Captain John Blanket. The China fleet of East Indiamen left Macau on March 21, 1791. Leopard and Thames escorted them as far as Java Head. On October 24, 1798, Leopard captured the French privateer vessel at Boulogne, which was under the command of Captain La Valiant. On August 22, 1800, Leopard captured Cloristot because Leopard served in the Navy's Egyptian campaign. March 8 to September 8, 1801, her officers and crew qualified for the Clasp Egypt to the Naval General Service Medal that the Admiralty issued in 1847 to all surviving claimants. Leopard left Britain on March 30, 1806 as escort to a convoy that included Asia, Lady Bridges, Lord Melville, Lord Nelson, and Sovereign. During the night of April 20, Lady Bridges wrecked on a reef off Boa Vista, Cape Verde. Boats from the convoy were able to rescue 150 of the 184 people on board, 34 or 38 drowned. Leopard left the convoy at latitude 9 degrees north, and arrived at Spithead on June 8. In early 1807, a handful of British sailors, some of American birth, deserted their ships, which were then blockading French ships in Chesapeake Bay, and joined the crew of USS Chesapeake. In an attempt to recover the British deserters, Captain Salisbury Price Humphreys, commanding Leopard, hailed Chesapeake and requested permission to search her. Commodore James Barron of Chesapeake refused and Leopard opened fire. Caught unprepared, Barron surrendered and Humphreys sent boarders to search for the deserters. The boarding party seized 4 deserters from the Royal Navy, 3 Americans and 1 British-born sailor, and took them to Halifax, where the British sailor, Jemkin Rafford, was hanged for desertion. The Americans were initially sentenced to 500 lashes, but had their sentence commuted. Britain also offered to return them to America. The incident caused severe political repercussions in the United States, and nearly led to the two nations going to war. Leopard escorted a convoy from Portsmouth on May 6, 1808. Leopard left the convoy on July 28 at 35 degrees south 7 degrees She then was part of the convoy assigned to Josias Raleigh in the Mauritius campaign of 1809-11 in the Indian Ocean. In 1812, Leopard had her guns removed and was converted to a troopship. On June 28, 1814, she was en route from Britain to Quebec, carrying a contingent of 475 Royal Scots Guardsmen, when she grounded on Anticosti Island in heavy fog. Leopard was destroyed, but all on board survived. In Patrick O'Brien's novel Desolation Island, the 5th book of the Aubrey-Maturin series, Jack Aubrey commands Leopard on a cruise through the Atlantic and Indian Oceans after the Chesapeake-Leopard affair, a voyage which included the sinking of the fictional Dutch ship of the line Hoogsamheid, and a disastrous collision with an iceberg. In the 6th book, The Fortune of War, the ship is left at a British station in the Dutch East Indies, unable to support her complement of guns. She is called the Horrible Old Leopard in the 4th book in the series The Mauritius Command, and in other books in the series, and ends its days as a store ship sailing from the English Channel to the Baltic. Game developer Lucas Pope based the layout of the titular ship in his game Return of the Obra on the layout of HMS Leopard. References